try it again. This time it's successful. Off the arm of Justin Murdoch.
The brilliance of the Bears' offensive execution is another one of those ways they score points. You can't keep giving them free balls like that. You know, you're working hard just to keep the ball off the floor, and then they just keep executing.
You can get away with the first one sometimes, but never the second one.
Feel happy to get away with the first one.
Bears again with the point. They go to 21-14.
Really uncharacteristic set choice from Fauché. He's a really good setter, but that ball was a fast pass, and he decided to set middle. You got to find a way to hang on to that ball, use that middle delay to set someone else. You can't set the guy who's late.
Fauché sets. No mistake there. Big slam.
There you go. That's a better ball. We get a little bit more height on that pass. Facto Poutine gets in on time, and then they can get a good crisp swing instead of a broken play. When it's broken, you got to let your wing hitter side out. When it's in system, that's where your middle players become effective.
Way up on the pass. There's the set. Kept alive. And again, Saxton gets another crack at it. Fauché sets. The Grand Prix chips it over. Saxton keeps it going. Leski gets a handle on it. Now it's kept alive. And a free ball for the Bears. Here we go. Duraco up. Schmulin off the shoulder of Desbiens. And out of bounds, and the Bears go to 22-15.
You have to stay crisp if you're playing against the Bears. Looked like Laval had a chance to run a transition play. Quirion put a fist in front of a ball, shanked it a little bit. They didn't get a good set, had to give it up. And as we just saw, Joel Schmulin's heaviness on that one-on-one is just too much.
22-15, the Bears lead. Duraco back to serve. Set by Fauché. Pecto Botan goes up, good block, and then a good dig on the other side. Free ball for the Bears. Leski with the kill, but that's kept alive. And a point for Laval.
That's a great defensive play. A little bit of a scramble. Olivier Fauché is showing some great hands to snap that outside. And a big swing off the hands. Look up at the stars and aim for them. Good line seam white.
Champagne into the game. Haven't seen much of him all weekend. Here's the serve. Duraco. The Schmulin. Great block by Laval.
Jean Popster Schmulin got a little bit greedy. Tried to hit that ball straight down. Olivier Fauché, patient with his hands. Jams that left hand low seam nice and late. Positive space. Roof block.
22-17. Bears lead. Duraco sets. Saxton's kill. Kept alive. And then a backcourt slam for Laval. As Levine. Uh-oh.
Getting an overrule here by the head official. Linesman calls it in. The head official has the right and the opportunity to overrule, and he does in favor of the home team.
So the Bears with the point and the serve. Saxton. Fauché sets. Levine kept alive. Nice dig, but out of bounds. 23-18.
Laval starting to run some second tempo patterns here. They fake like they're running an inside X, and then Thierry Levine faded out to a left side play. Here's a good look of the overturned swing. Levine, high shot. Just out of the screen, we don't get a good look. We'll never know.
Serving for Laval. Gauthier back. There it is. Sexton to Duraco for the set. And then Leski with the kill.
It's a nice pattern. Laval tried to play it with their 6-player sliding to the 1-6 seam, but the ball just had too much heat on it. They couldn't make the dig.
Matson, the serve for the Bears. At the net. Oh, chip shot and a nice one by Fauché. Just in at the backcourt, and it's 24-19.
The deep dump is always going to be open against the Bears. They like to play a little bit high on the pins, looking for the sharp angle shot by the middle players. And so that deep dump, if it's fast enough, can beat the 6th player to the corner.
Olivier Fauchot. Duraco sets. Good block as Laval builds the wall and keeps it going. 24-20.
Another great block by the Laval wing blockers. Thierry Levine waits, picks up the angle, hard hands into that cross-court low seam. A little bit undisciplined by the Bears hitters. They're trying to plant balls to the center of the court instead of being disciplined.
Fauché again at the service line. Duraco with the set. Saxon up. Fauché with the save. Off the hand. Saxon keeps it going. Duraco. And it hits the floor. And the Bears win the first set. Make it 20 straight sets for the Alberta Golden Bears. They lead the gold medal. Match 1-0 over Laval will continue. Set 2 coming up next. Brandon's got the bronze. It's either Alberta or Laval for the gold. Winner gets gold, loser gets silver. We're 1 set into it, and the Golden Bears here at the main gym at the University of Alberta have a 1-0 lead, 25-20. And Ben Josephson joins us here, the head coach of Trinity Western University. And no real surprises in that first set?
No, I think the Bears came out a little bit more fired up. It's their home court. Laval looked a little bit shaky early, missed a lot of serves. They had 5 missed serves at the 12-point mark for the Bears, and then they did stabilize and didn't give up anything more. And actually, Laval's out-blocking the Bears, which is a little bit shocking considering the size disadvantage they're at. They're doing a really good job of taking away the space that they want to take, forcing the Bears to make disciplined shots. They got a couple nice one-on-one blocks on the left side players at the end of that set.
And Laval seemed to make it a closer set when they started to serve better.
That's right. When you force the Bears to earn everything they get, you can get mini runs on them. Finding a way to get a 3, 4, 5-point run, well, that's more difficult. But if you can get a couple mini runs and stay steady in your reception side-out game, that's how you can chip away and build a little bit of a lead on the Bears to try to finish them off.
It's about 2,700 people in this building right now. Attendance has been real strong all weekend long. This is the gold medal game, and the Bears trying to take advantage of... they didn't come in the back door, that's for sure. You're the host team, you get in, but they went undefeated and were the #1 seed, winning Canada West. So they won't have anyone taking shots at them if they do win.
No, the funny part about this year's Bears team is a lot of teams in the offseason thought they'd be in a rebuilding phase.
Yeah, reloading instead.
Yeah, that's way more accurate.
They've both sides have loaded up for the second set here.
It's going to be real important for Laval to get off to a good start here early, both with their service and their reception game.
Olivier Fauché will start us off at the service line for Laval. 25-20 Alberta in the first set. Set 2, seconds away from being underway. Duraco to Schmulin. Off the fingers and out.
It's a good pattern. A little bit of a late close by St. Amour gave him a bit of a hanging target. Schmulin was allowed to grease down the seam.
5-year vet Tim Gorley back to serve. And the return goes off him and out.
Really nice pattern by Laval. They got a second tempo, it's called a BIC. It's a back row quick, and it looks just like a middle set until the last second, and then it skips through. And they get the middle player up on the first tempo, freezes, creates a seam, late close, finds the gap. Bit of a antenna adjustment here by Freddie Desbiens, observed by the Lions official.
And we'll get set to go again. Levine back to get the ball one more time for service. Duraco sets for the Bears. Oh, big kill attempt. And they keep it alive. Oh, that's tremendous. On the Laval side, can they do it again? No. Under the net instead. Laval with a great dig to keep it going. Kind of the Bears looked like they stopped and then had to crank it up again to keep that play going.
Yeah, it's a great pancake play and then a really nice dump. Mike Duraco looked like he was going to throw it down in front of him at the last second, try to reverse field. Carl de Grand Prix got a hand on it, but couldn't recover the dig.
Fauché to Desbiens. He hits the block and gets the point as it goes out.
A little bit lucky there. Desbiens skipped it off the Mohawk of Saxton. That was a low inside trap set, but Big Fred got it through there somehow.
It's 2-2. If he had driven that this morning, it'd be 3-1, right?
That's right.
Into the net with the next serve.
It's number 3 for St. Amour. Float serves. My guys are all listening and texting me right now, and right now they know how upset I'd be if they missed a float serve.
Bears up 3-2 second set. 25-20, they won the first set. Ace it up for Mike Duraco.
Laval players think that might have been out, but this is the Bears' den. That ball's going to be in 9 times out of 10.
And that's a quick turnaround from a net ball to an ace.
That's right. Ooh, that's a good call. That looked in.
Duraco again. Fauché sets. And again, Desbiens gets some skin. And the point.
Yeah, that's a better set from Fauché. That ball was high enough. Now, Desbiens' force of his shoulder is able to hit the ball hard enough and heavy enough to skip out the baseline where the Bears' position 6 player can't recover it.
Frederic Desbiens. The big swing, but it's out.
Yeah, a bit of a scud there. Didn't hit it pure. Ball sailed on him a little bit, but I like the aggression. He's their bomber from the baseline. If they're going to put the Bears in trouble, he's got to be the guy.
Ben Saxton to serve. There's the set. Rejected by the Bears at the net. One more time with the set. One more rejection for the Alberta Golden Bears.
Teams have different philosophies on who takes the second ball, and this ball is set by the libero, and it's just a little bit outside, allows the 2 big pieces of meat for the Bears, Schmoulin and Lesky, to get their hands down and block Carl de Grand Prix.
Saxton again with the serve. Gets the net. Gets the good roll. There's the block, still alive. Duraco sets. Schmoulin. Point for Laval. Outside?
Yeah, hits the antenna on a little bit. Schmoulin's looking to trying to snipe that down the line, but just to clip the antenna out of bounds.
De Grand Prix back to serve.
Really good slowdown there from Lesky. He's late, reaches into the seam, gets a slowdown. They were able to recover. They didn't win the point, but that late chase by the block is big to try to earn some points.
And another serve into the net.
That's 7 now. It's starting to pile up on him.
Lesky serving for the Bears. They lead 7-4. Fauché with the set. And the Bears get the point as Levine goes long. And at the technical break, it's an 8-4 lead for the Alberta Golden Bears, very similar to the position they were in the first set.
Yeah, this is where the Bears get you. They side out a little bit. If you make a flinch, and you're not going to earn a point. That last set was a little bit tight, a little bit low. Levine couldn't get on top of it, couldn't find those fingers, and they gave away another point at the end of the first half.
Don't want to keep harping on it, but the serving of Laval is a big part of this game.
Yeah, serving and passing is the name of volleyball. The team that does that better is gonna win. And here we go. This is the game 2 stats. We already have 3 missed serves from the University of Laval, and you know, without any return on their investment. No aces, 3 misses is unacceptable, especially with some of the misses being way out or float serve misses. Now again, the Bears team has 5 jump servers. They do go in huge streaks of misses. I mean, they've been prone to miss 6 and 7 missed serves in a set at times this year, but they do recover, you know, 3, 4, 5 aces in those sets as well. So they do get return on their investment, and Coach Daniluk, I know, monitors those percentages fairly closely.
Now we see in the break for the Golden Bears, Mike DeRocco taking over in the huddle. Very vocal, getting his point across. 8-4 the Bears lead. Here's the serve for Leski. Off the block, Davian with the big kill. And Laval comes out after the break and gets the first point.
Laval's getting a little bit lucky on some of these balls to Davian. You know, it's a tribute to what he's able to do with some of those sets, but that D ball was very low, very inside. He just found a way to grease down the left elbow.
Up and over on the serve. DeRocco keeps it alive, but reaches too far.
Again, not a real dangerous looking serve, but it produces a 0 pass, misses it over the net. DeRocco tries to save it, loses on the other side of the net, backward violation.
8-6 now, Bears lead. DeRocco. Oh, there's a quick set to Leski, and he makes no mistake on that one. Rather, Murda.
That's how they tend to use Justin Murda, is when everything's just a little bit off. They like to snap it off their shoulder. As a pure straight-up middle hitter, he doesn't hit the ball quite as hard as Leski, but he's pretty good on those off balls.
Ace for the Pyramid Menace. And it's a point for the Golden Bears.
Again, that serve didn't seem to be as hard as some of the bombs he's unleashed today, but it found that seam between those 2 passers, and that it doesn't matter how hard you hit it, it's more about accuracy.
Fauché with the set. Bears can't keep it alive. It goes off of Schmulin.
Case in point, he hit that serve quite a lot harder, but Carl de Grandpré was right at him. He was able to technically pass the ball softly. They run middle, get a kill. Again, that ball finds a seam. They probably would get a 1 or a 0 out of that serve with that kind of pace.
10-7, Bears lead. Laval serves now. Fauché. There's the pass. Again, that quick little set to Murda.
Watching the reaction of the St. Amour in the middle, that's a bad call. I didn't see a touch from up here. We're a ways away, but those lines people are saying they saw it. St. Amour says nope. Welcome to Alberta, Laval.
So it's 11-7. Bears lead. Tim Gourlay back to serve. There's the pass. Set. Kept alive by the Bears after the partial block. Schmulin. Into the block, but it drops on the right side of the net for the Golden Bears and Joel Schmulin.
There's pretty volleyball, and then there's man volleyball. That ball goes up in the air, and Beardy goes and takes a swing. Point Alberta.
And that point, Alberta gives them a 12-7 lead, and Schmulin's got his game going. He's played very well.
Yeah, you want to finish your career strong always, but a chance to play like this in front of your friends and family, he's just doing everything that you expect from a player of his ability, and also in the biggest stage that he's ever played on in this building for sure.
2 5-year players. You think of Schmulin and Gourlay for Alberta. It's all they know is the gold medal game. They play their whole career, and they go out with either a gold or silver medal every year.
That's right. That's a feat that not a lot of Bears get to. Not a lot of players in the country get to share, but a lot of these Bears haven't been able to share that type of experience. One of the few times in a timeout that Terry Daniluk's had anything actually to say to his team. When things are going well, what do you got to say as a coach? Just let your boys do it.
Well, I think the rule to live by for Terry Daniluk for a long time now is if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Agreed.
He hasn't left that end of the bench a lot of times during the timeouts and the breaks to talk to his team, but he did that time. Fauché with the set for Laval. Defense goes up. The Bears send it back. Debian with the big kill along the line.
What a beautiful set by Fauché. They get the pushback block, recover it. A little bit tight pass, but Fauché gets up there with one hand, keeps his fingers real stiff, and flicks it out. Debian detonate down the line.
12-8 Bears lead. Laval serves. Levine gets some tape. And that is Murda who gets some floor.
Really nice overload pattern by the Bears. They bring Murda around on the backside and overload Carl de Grand Prix. Now, de Grand Prix sees the 60 coming, but he can't just forget about Schmulin on the right side. It's hard to make a decision in that scenario.
Off of Schmulin and out.
There's a good look at the Bear defense. They love to play really high in position 1 and 5. It's a little bit higher than a lot of the teams are playing right now. And it's a little bit too close to react to a ball like that. It's a good shot.
Laval serves. Duraco sets. And a block by Fecto Bodine, who has really had himself a weekend for Laval. He's too small to play this game, isn't he? That's the story.
This is my favorite player in the whole tournament. This guy's great. I don't know what's going on his face there, but that's a great block. Ball goes up, waits, jams it, and then just poses for his team.
On the serve, Lesky with the kill. Bears point, they go to 13-10.
A nice attempt by St. Amour to sell that ball is out, but big Spencer Lesky responds after getting stopped on the last one. Puts it down, finds the sideline.
Duraco to serve. Set by Fauché. Debian goes up and out. Make it 15-10 Bears.
For the third or fourth time this match already, Fauché's missed that right side set. Freddie's bailed him out almost every other time, but that time he couldn't find hands or find court.
Duraco back to serve. He goes into the net. And it's 15-11. Bears lead by 4.
Good chance for Laval to chip into that Bear lead with Debian on the baseline.
Just out.
That's the right mentality you want from your best server on the baseline. When he rolls back, you want to make sure that he has the freedom to take a mighty hack, and the only way he can feel free like that is if the other guys are making their serves.
In this situation, risk and reward, the reward is far better than the risk to make that play?
Yeah, I think so. I think, again, with a guy who has the potential to put the Bears in as much trouble as Debian does when that serve is in, you got to unleash him on the Bears. Whereas the other guys, they don't have great pace to their serves. They can't afford to be missing their serves.
So at the break, 16-11, the Bears lead.
Again, some of the stats we're tracking in this match. No aces for Laval thus far, and 4 aces, 4 service errors this set. Now, they have only missed 1 since the last time we talked about it, but they still aren't getting any return on that investment. So no aces 4, whereas the Bears, obviously, in their home gym, feel very comfortable serving here, and they're just starting to lean on that serve a little bit harder and harder as this game goes on, doubling up their misses with aces.
So Laval down by 5 in a bit of a hole, losing the first set to the Bears 25-20, and it's tough to beat the Bears anytime. Impossible if you're down 2-0.
I would think so. I wouldn't say anything's impossible, but not likely is a better choice maybe.
Ben Saxton back to serve for the Bears. It's the pass. Fauché elects to chip it over. There's the kill by the Bears, Tim Gourlay, and they go up 17-11.
Everything's just a little bit off for Laval. That serve, Thierry Levine looked like he had a good pass, the ball was just a little tight. So Fauché decided to play it over the net. Bears recover, 3-pass kill shot.
The pass, Fauché with the set. De Grand Prix pushes it across the net. Set for Schmulin. Block and kept alive by Laval. There's another set. Debian, good block and the nice dig to keep it going for Laval. And then the block off the fingertips and a good rally and a hard point. Won by Laval.
Carl de Grand Prix had a lot of success against these Bears right side blockers, just banging off of hands. Here we go. The ball goes up. Nice recovery. It's a nice set. Nicolas Quirion. And they get the ball back. Big up ball. Give me hands. Bang. Out the baseline. Nice shot by Carl de Grand Prix.
Quirion leads the tournament in digs, and that was a key one. Schmulin. He sets. Saxon delivers. But the block at the net again by Laval.
Guess who? My man. Paco Boutin. Ball up. Tough ball for Saxon. Tries to fight it off of hands back to his own side or out the line, but a good block.
De Grand Prix with the serve. Saxon passes. There's the set. Gourlay with the kill. De Grand Prix returns it. Schmulin chases it out of bounds. Sends it to Saxton. He goes over. There's the set. Levine goes on the wrong side. Bears take the point. 18-13.
Really, really poor set there by Olivier Fauché. They did a great job of earning a free ball opportunity, and Olivier Fauché oversets it wide, and Levine can't keep the ball alive.
Haven't seen many bad sets from Fauché this weekend.
No, he's outside the right a little bit today. He's been pretty sharp for the most part.
Fauché sets again. That one seemed to work. Big kill for Laval.
That's the one he was trying to do last time. A little bit of a hitch in the hands, flick over top of the 31 and get the isolation. He just missed it last time. This time he adjusts. Great shot, Levine picking off that line shot.
Laval makes substitution.
It's a good look at Thierry Levine, first team All-Canadian player for this Laval Rouge et Or. Hit for an amazing 500% efficiency in his conference this season.
Gauthier to serve. Saxon passes. There's the set. Pushed across by Schmulin. Point Alberta.
Yeah, a little bit of a blocking violation by, I didn't see if it was Levine or if it was Saint Amour, but when you're playing against a guy like Schmulin, you got to be so aggressive and you got to be so tight with your hands. Sometimes you can drag your elbows on the net.
Schmulin with the serve. And the return just in. Deflection at the net, and it's Laval's point.
We alluded to it in the pregame talk. It's Freddie Desbien's got enough pace that when he catches fingers, the ball is going to carry beyond the 6 defender. One of the things Alberta is so good is pop those slowdowns up, and right now on Freddie, he's skipping wide.
Fauché serves out. And that problem continues for Laval. Bears hit 20, up 20-15.
A little more serve 5 practice for Laval, maybe.
Gourlay serves. Fauché sets. De Grand Prix. Deflection at the net. Point for Laval.
Again, the Bears are big and they're very stable, especially Justin Murda. Right now, Murda's getting up so very early that the hitters are able to get a good look at where his fingers are and skip over top of him. They're hitting these really nice, disciplined, flat shots. And it's a bit of a dangerous ball because you can sometimes miss and put one off the wall, but so far they're hitting fingers.
Laval's Levine with the serve. Baracco sets. Schmulin. And Fauché just can't get to it.
Yeah, a bit of a technical breakdown. Again, you can't just stick an arm out against a power shot like that from Schmulin. You got to try to slide behind it. Put your body behind, your shoulders behind the ball, square up, elevate. A little bit lazy there with the one-arm stab.
Bears up 21-16. Fauché with the set. And the kill by the big man for Laval, Frederic Desbiens.
Another inside set from Fauché, but Freddie is finding that seam. He's really doing a good job of managing those balls. Maybe that's the pattern they run. I know most teams would like to see that ball a little bit wider. Watch for the Bears to adjust and start blocking a little bit more cross court. They might be able to block him a few times here at the end of the game. That's a great looking face right there.
I think I know what happened. He slept in, didn't have time to finish shaving.
He's still my favorite player.
He certainly has had a good week.